You keep saying you're tired. You're not tired. You're untrained. There is a difference. Tired is what happens to systems that have been pushed to their limits and need recovery. Untrained is what happens to systems that collapse at the first sign of demand and call the collapse fatigue. You are not a victim of exhaustion. You are a stranger to capacity. The solution is not more rest. The solution is more reps, not random effort. Structured, progressive, measured reps that convert softness into stamina and panic into poise. Stop telling yourself you have low energy. You have low standards for preparation. You go to war without a plan, without fuel, without sleep discipline, without breath control, without focus hygiene. And then you dramatize the outcome. That is not fatigue. That's negligence. You pace yourself for a sprint and complain that you cannot finish a marathon. You treat your attention like a public park and wonder why it's trashed by noon. You spike caffeine, starve protein, drown in screens, skip movement, break sleep, and then invent a story about your unique biology. Enough. You are not special. You are undertrained. That is good news. Training is available. Training is a decision. Untrained people confuse discomfort with depletion. The first sting in the lungs, the first burn in the legs, the first wave of boredom in deep work, the first no in sales. They call it the end. They slap a label on it. I'm exhausted. The trained call that the beginning. They know sensations lie. They know thresholds move with exposure. They know most people quit far from empty. They know form and breath are levers. They know timing and cadence matter. They know how to ride the surge and how to settle the mind. You will learn this. You will build a body and a schedule that stop lying to you. You need a simple conversion. Rituals over moods. Standards over stories. Numbers over excuses. Your morning is not a vibe. It is a ritual. Alarm rings. Feet to floor on the first tone. Water, light, breath, movement that raises the pulse and tells the nervous system who is in charge. Write the day in verbs and numbers. One physical outcome, one professional outcome, one relational outcome. Put the hardest work first and remove the phone from the room. No negotiation, no scrolling. Begin with output, not input. You will discover that most of your tired evaporates when you stop giving your energy away before you have used it on what matters. You will train your body like a professional, not a hobbyist. Pick a program that respects progression. 3 to 5 sessions per week. Push, pull, hinge, squat, carry. Load that you can move with honest technique. Reps you can count. Tempo you can control. Log everything. Add weight or reps or time under tension in small increments. Learn to brace. Learn to breathe through the sticking point. Learn to keep posture under pressure. You will realize that your problem was never the weight. It was the chaos. Chaos burns you out because it forces you to improvise under load. Systems conserve energy because they remove debate. You will train your attention with the same seriousness. Deep work blocks of 45 to 90 minutes. Single task. Closed door. Phone out of reach. Timer set. Outcome written at the top of the page. You will not switch until the timer ends. Switching is an untrained reflex that pretends to be efficient. It is not. It is an energy leak that makes everything feel hard because nothing ever finishes. Finish. You will discover that concentration produces energy. Completion produces energy. Momentum produces energy. The fog lifts when you build a record of done. Fuel is not complicated. You do not need a fad. You need fundamentals. Protein at every meal. Vegetables heavy. Fiber consistent. Water high. Limit sugar. Alcohol rare to none while you rebuild. Caffeine on schedule, not to mask failure at sleep and planning. Eat like a person with a job to do. When you fuel correctly, your blood sugar stops lashing your brain with whiplash. The afternoon crash is not destiny. It is a system failure you keep defending. Fix the system, and your fatigue becomes available power. Sleep is non-negotiable. The untrained treat bedtime like a suggestion, and then complain that mornings feel like a punch. Of course they do. You stole from tomorrow to fund worthless midnight entertainment. Set a shutdown time. Screens off. Lights down. Put tomorrow on paper so your mind stops rehearsing. Cool, dark room. Wake at the same hour daily. 8 predictable hours. You are not a hero for skipping sleep. You are an amateur, sabotaging your output and calling the wreckage a personality. Sleep is the multiplier that turns effort into improvement. You do not get to bypass biology because you have deadlines. Professionals plan around biology and deliver anyway. Breath is a lever you ignore. You let your chemistry decide your discipline. Reverse it. When you feel the wave of tired rising, close your mouth. Inhale for 4. Exhale for 6. Do it for 2 minutes. This nudges your system from anxious splash toward calm power. Use it before sets, before blocks, before hard conversations. You have more energy than you think. It is trapped under noise. Remove the noise and you access capacity. Environment is energy. Clean the desk. Clear the room. One purpose per space. Work where you work. Sleep where you sleep. Eat where you eat. Don't scroll in any of those places. Put your shoes where your feet land. Stage your water where your hand reaches. Prepare your tools where you stand to use them. Eliminate visual clutter. Disorder taxes attention. Order refunds it. Every decision you remove at setup time is fuel you keep for execution. Your language is a steering wheel. Stop telling your body lies. Replace "I'm tired" with "I'm untrained" and training now. Replace "I can't focus" with "I am practicing one block." Replace "I have no willpower" with "I have no system and I'm building one." Replace "I'm not a morning person" with "I will own the first hour." Replace "it's hard" with "it's worth it." You are not manifesting with words. You are issuing commands to your nervous system. Soft words produce soft behavior. Clean commands produce clean action. Install a minimum effective day. The untrained swing from 0 to fantasy and back to 0. You will not. On bad days, you run the floor. One clean meal, one perfect set under load. One focused block on the highest leverage task. One repaired breach if you broke a promise. Lights out on time. That is the floor. Floors prevent collapse. Floors keep momentum alive while conditions change. People who never set a floor waste entire weeks and defend the waste with poetic excuses. You will not. Build streaks. Your brain hates breaking chains. Track the non-negotiables. Mark them where you can see them. 10 reps of days in a row changes belief. 30 changes identity. Miss one and fix it within 24 hours. No guilt speech. Correct and continue. Your brain will learn that your standards matter. It will stop fighting you. It will start conserving energy for what you consistently ask of it. You are not weak. You are unpracticed at holding a line. That changes now. Pre-commit your next day each evening. Protect your first hour like your future depends on it. It does. Start with movement. Sweat early. The signal to your brain is simple. We are moving today. Your body wakes. Your mind follows. Then produce before you consume. Open your hardest task. Close a cycle. When you convert the first hour into output, the rest of the day gets easier because you are already in motion. Energy begets energy. A heavy first win shrinks later obstacles. Stop overcomplicating training. The internet made you confused, so you would buy plans you will never use. You need progressive overload and consistency. If you are deconditioned, you start with walking. Daily. Brisk enough to raise heart rate. 15 minutes, then 20, then 30. Then add hills. Then add carries. Then add intervals. If you can lift, you lift. Squats, hinges, presses, pulls, carries. Done with form, tracked, improved. This is not about aesthetics. It is about function. Function gives you energy. Energy gives you options. Options give you calm. Calm lets you focus. Focus compounds. Stop assuming work drains you. Incomplete work drains you. Open loops drain you. Hidden work drains you. Finish. Close loops. Declare victory and write the next step for tomorrow. Put it away. You will feel the energy return when your brain believes the fight is over for the day. Go for a walk. Eat clean. Shut down. Sleep. You are reloading. Untrained people never shut down, so they never reload. They live in a constant half state that feels like exhaustion. Of course it does. End the day like a professional, and the next day begins ready. Your circle is a battery or a leak. Be honest. Who multiplies your effort? Who normalizes standards? Who asks what you shipped, not what you watched? Stay close. Who invites you to break your own rules and calls it kindness? Who confuses enabling with love? Distance. This is not about superiority. It is about survival. You are trying to reroute the lifetime of reflexes. Do not do it in a room built on drift. Drift is contagious, so is discipline. Choose your contagion. You will meet failure rules. The untrained turn one miss into a story about identity. I failed, so I am a failure. Professionals reduce misses to mechanics. 3 attempts at the target lift. If it doesn't move with clean form, deload, accumulate volume, return next cycle. 2 follow-ups on the proposal. If silence, archive and move to the next lead. 2 drafts, then publish and iterate in public. These rules protect your energy from spirals. Spirals are expensive. Criteria are cheap. Guard your inputs. Outrage and gossip drain vitality because they pretend to be important while doing nothing but flood you with stress chemistry. Consume information that changes what you will do today. Limit the rest. You are not a journalist. You are a builder. Build more than you browse. Browsing steals energy because it recruits your attention into fights you cannot win and never needed to fight. Keep your attention local. Pick the lever in your control. Pull it. Repeat. The phrase "listen to your body" has been misused to defend laziness. Listen for the signals that matter. Sharp joint pain? Stop and fix form. Chronic exhaustion? Fix sleep and blood work if needed. Acute muscle burn under clean form? Good. Stay in the set. Boredom at minute 12 of a 90-minute block? Normal. Breath. Return. Anxiety spike before a sales call? Evidence you're in the right arena. Use breath. Make the call. Untrained people listen only to the signals that invite quitting. Trained people know which signals demand continuing and which demand adjusting. Learn the difference. You will become a student of cadence. Work has rhythms. Push, recover, assess, repeat. You are not an on-off switch. You are a pulse. The untrained sprint for 2 days and die for 5. The trained plan cycles. They schedule heavy days and light days. They protect deloads. They honor the week, the month, the quarter. They build for seasons, not minutes. Build like that, and your energy stops behaving like weather. It becomes climate, stable, predictable, productive. Stop calling procrastination a mystery. It is fear. It is confusion. It is unclear next action. Fix those. Break the task into its first move. Write the sentence. Open the doc and write 50 words. Call 3 leads. Do set 1. Start. Once moving, add a small rule. Do not stop while the timer runs. You will discover that your tired feeling was a story your brain invented to avoid judgment. When you choose action and accept judgment as tuition, the story loses power. You will practice carries. Load in hands. Walk. This teaches posture under fatigue. It teaches breath under weight. It teaches your mind to hold shape when the body asks to set the burden down. Life is carries, responsibility, reputation, promises. You will not throw them on the ground when your grip screams. You will finish the distance and put them down with control. The lesson bleeds into everything. You become the person who finishes under pressure. Energy follows people who finish. You will remove the romance from burnout. Burnout is not nobility. Burnout is poor design, too much demand, too little recovery, chaotic inputs, no boundaries, no planning. If you are there, stop pretending it's proof of your passion. It is proof of your lack of systems. Strip back to the floor. Rebuild standards. Guard sleep. Guard first hour. Guard deep blocks. Guard training. Guard food. Then add complexity. Only when the foundation holds. You will find your energy returns because you stopped setting it on fire and calling the smoke your purpose. Track what counts. Sleep hours. Training sessions. Steps. Deep blocks. Offers made. Revenue closed. Repairs done. You are not becoming a robot. You are becoming honest. Without numbers, you tell yourself a dramatic tale about your exhaustion. With numbers, you see reality. If the numbers are low, you know why you feel weak. If the numbers are high, you know when it is time to rest. Rest is a strategic investment, not a panic button. Set boundaries and enforce them quietly. I work 8 to 10. I am unreachable then. I do not discuss business at dinner. I do not open social feeds before noon. I sleep at 22:30. State once. Keep them. Every boundary you enforce saves energy. Every boundary you violate leaks it. You cannot train a nervous system that never knows what to expect. Consistency calms you. Calm frees fuel for effort. You will learn to close your day. Do not let it dissolve into noise. Capture what happened. 3 lines. What you aimed for. What you hit. What you missed. What you change tomorrow. Write tomorrow's first move. Tidy the space. Put the phone away. Lights down. Sleep. This loop teaches your body that the battle ends and begins by design, not by accident. Energy respects loops. Chaos drains it. If you insist on calling yourself tired, then aim to earn it. Earn tired by finishing program sets with clean form. Earn tired by shipping deliverables on schedule. Earn tired by making the hard calls and holding the line. Earn tired by telling the truth early and repairing fast. Earn tired by living a day your future self will respect. That tired sleeps differently. That tired wakes ready. That tired is fuel converted, not fuel wasted. You will discover that discipline is a battery. The more you use it, the more it charges. Because every kept promise reduces tomorrow's friction. Every completed rep makes the next one cheaper. Every guarded first hour makes the second hour easier. You stop wasting energy deciding and start spending energy doing. Doing is cheaper than debating. Completion is cheaper than complaint. Consistency is cheaper than chaos. Your life gets lighter when you carry it on rails. Expect resistance from yourself. The untrained you will negotiate at every threshold. It will sell you softer versions of your day. It will ask you to scroll before you create, to eat sugar before you move, to talk before you ship, to sleep late because you earned it. Smile at it like you would a child who doesn't know better, and return to the plan. Do not argue, execute. Arguments drain you. Execution pays you back with momentum. Expect resistance from others. People who benefit from your softness will not cheer your standards. They will call you rigid to recruit you back into their drift. They will invite you to break your boundaries to make them feel better about theirs. Decline calmly. Repeat the behavior that serves your mission. Offer your presence within your rules. Energy vampires starve when the rules hold. Builders gather when they see consistency. Your circle improves as your standards hold. You will not ask for motivation. You will create it. Movement first. Output first. You will not wait to feel like it. Feeling follows action, always. Start the set. Start the block. Start the call. The first minute is the toll. Pay it and the road opens. Most people never pay the toll. They stand at the gate inventing elaborate explanations for why this road is unfair. You will be halfway down it while they perform their speech. You will reinterpret sensations. The heavy legs in minute 5 of a run are not your body quitting. They are your body learning. The fuzz at minute 20 of a deep block is not your mind failing. It is your mind adapting. The knot in your stomach before a pitch is not a sign to cancel. It is a sign you are alive and in the arena. Stay, breathe, continue. Do it enough, and those sensations stop ruling you. They become background noise. Capacity grows. Energy grows with it. You will choose standards that compound. Train strength so joints and confidence both improve. Train endurance so you can work long without degrading. Train focus so your blocks replace 6 hours of distracted effort. Train honesty so you stop wasting energy maintaining lies. Train boundaries so you stop spending energy on apologies and repairs. Train recovery so today's work becomes tomorrow's baseline. The compounding effect is not mystical. It is arithmetic. Small gains repeated for months turn your life into something you do not recognize. When you fall, because you will rise without drama. No self-hatred, no declarations of doom. Identify the broken link, fix it upstream. If you failed the morning, you failed the night. If you failed the block, you failed the setup. If you failed the set, you failed the programming or the form. Repair the cause. Try again. You are an engineer running experiments, not a poet writing tragedies. Repeat this until your mouth changes, until I am tired becomes I need to train, until I am overwhelmed becomes I need a smaller frame and a timer, until I am burned out becomes my inputs are trash and my loops are open. I will fix them. Language follows practice. Practice follows plan. Plan follows decision. Decide. You are not tired. You are untrained. Train your mornings. Train your body. Train your attention. Train your fuel. Train your sleep. Train your breath. Train your environment. Train your language. Train your boundaries. Train your recovery. Train your circle. Train your response to fear. Train your standards until they run you on rails, regardless of mood. The day will still be hard. Good. Hard is what builds capacity. Hard is what proves the system. Hard is how you stop lying to yourself about your limits. One day soon, someone will ask how you found so much energy. You will not talk about hacks. You will talk about rails. You will talk about the first hour you refused to donate to weakness. You will talk about the sets you finished when your lungs lied. You will talk about the blocks you closed while your mind begged to switch. You will talk about the nights you protected. You will talk about the inputs you killed. You will talk about the floor that saved your worst days. You will talk about the numbers on a page that replaced the noise in your head. In other words, you will talk about training. Start now. Pick the smallest lever with the largest return. Wake on the first ring tomorrow. Drink water. Move. Write your 3 outcomes. Put the phone in another room. Do one focused block. Eat protein and plants. Lift something heavy with clean form. Walk. Close your loops. Dim the lights. Sleep on time. Do it again. Then again. Then again. Soon, the sentence "I'm tired" will feel false in your mouth because you will have become the kind of person who knows the difference between fatigue and fear, between depletion and avoidance, between hard work and chaos. You will carry more with less drama. You will cover more ground with less noise. You will look back and realize you never lacked energy. You lacked training. Now you have it. Use it.